Good morning, friends. Welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. Let us check what happened in the domestic market yesterday. Yesterday was a lackluster day where we have seen a minor cut in Sensex and Nifty. However, stock-specific action was seen in the market, and we have seen yesterday market breadth was in favor of bulls with 2,120 stocks advancing during the trade, whereas 1778 stocks were in red in the trade yesterday. In terms of 52-week high, a good number of 385 companies were trading at a 52-week high, whereas 24 stocks were trading at 52-week low. Among the prominent name that comes on our list among the Nifty 500 in a 52-week high list are IRCTC, Bharat Dynamic, Prince Pipe, Siemens, Himachal Futuristic, Zydus Life, Hindustan Copper, India Bull Housing, Sham Metallic, Nalco, IRB, Zomato, Yes Bank, Jubilant Pharma Nova, SAIL, Granules India, Exide, Gensar, Mastec, Bajaj Auto, Varun Beverages, Affle India. So if you see the list, entire list, this list comprises of stock where there is stock specific action or sector specific action is going on. So this clearly indicates that the undercurrent in the market is pretty strong, and one need to be one need to have his trading or investment strategy based on stock specific or sector specific news. Maybe after a long rally since the 1st of December, we may see some consolidation as far as key benchmark indices are concerned. However, stock specific action may continue in the market. Moving on to the US market. So yesterday was a kind of mixed day as far as US markets is concerned. Dow Jones was flat, whereas Nasdaq and S&P 500 were up to the tune of 0.5 to 0.6%. Kindly note, it was the 8th consecutive session of gain as far as Nasdaq is concerned, and S&P 500 is just now 1% away from its all-time high closing. Yesterday, from a global perspective, there was a development in the steel sector, where Japanese company Nippon Steel has announced to buy out US Steel for $14.9 billion, and that has led to the rally in the US Steel stock by to the tune of 26%. In terms of other parameter, crude oil trading close to $77 a barrel, US dollar index at 102.5, and 10-year treasury yield at 3.92, still trading below the 4% level. So all the other indicators are kind of neutral. In terms of the global development, today Asian market will look forward to the Bank of Japan's policy decision, and that's one of the key events because Bank of Japan central bank has been giving indication that they are very soon likely to end negative interest rate regime, and it may happen that from March or April we may see interest rate climbing in the Japan. So that's a very weird situation where globally interest rates are declining, whereas it is only the Japanese economy where we may see interest rate rising, and that can have a repercussion on the global asset classes. As we all know, the global fund managers were taking advantage of negative interest rate, low cost of fund in the Japanese economy, and they were using that yen denominated assets to park their fund in the other asset class. So this may lead to some unwinding of trades based in yen dominated asset. But however, it is a slightly we have to see how this event fold over the period of next 3 to 4 months, and what can be the impact on the various asset classes. Moving on to the stock specific action. So first of all, oil upstream oil companies will be in the focus today. So yesterday, government has cut windfall tax from 5,000 rupees per ton to 1,300 rupees per ton. So that's positive for Reliance, ONGC, and Oil India. So Reliance will be in the focus today. PNC Infra has won a new hybrid annuity contract worth rupees 1174 crore. So this company will again remain in focus today. IRCON has won a favorable arbitration worth rupees 103.6 crore. So we may see some positive reaction as far as IRCON is concerned. India Glycol has won the order worth rupees 1164 crore for supply of ethanol to oil marketing companies. So we may see some positive reaction in India Glycol today. Yesterday evening, Devyani International has announced their foray into the Thailand market by acquiring 274 KFC restaurants, and that's again positive for Devyani International over the period of medium to long term investment horizon. So it's a season of a lot of block deal QIPs. So basically, Keynes Technology has launched QIP to raise 1400 crore at issue price of 2424 per share. So that's positive as far as in the medium to long term. JTL Industries company has announced a plan to mobilize 1310 crore via issuance of warrant and QIP. Out of this 1310 crore, 500 crore worth of fund mobilized will be through QIP route, and rest through warrant and pref to promoters and non-promoters. So promoters are also participating in this fundraise, and the fund mobilized will be used to for a mega expansion project at Maharashtra. 1200 crore worth of expansion project has been announced by the company, and it's a positive as far as GTL Industries is concerned in medium to long term. So we have seen yesterday hand change in Archean Chemical ACI, where Goldman Sachs, Tata Life Insurance, and DSP Mutual Fund have cumulatively picked 2.5% stake in the company. So that's a positive in the medium to long term. KPI Green has open QIP, wherein the company will mobilize 300 crore. However, the QIP is coming at a significant discount to the current market price. The company is under our coverage, and what we feel that this QIP was must, this equity fundraise was must for company to execute the large order of Gujarat government, and it's positive as far as KPI Green is concerned in medium to long term. We today we may see block deal in Apollo Tire, wherein Warburg Pincus is um, offloading share worth $100 million, and they have an option to upsize the trade to 1650 crore. That's the double the existing deal. So we may see some minor cut in Apollo Tire during the day trade today. Rice companies will be under focus. So yesterday government has asked all the rice millers to reduce the prices, cut the domestic prices so as to contain the inflation in the economy. So we may see some negative reaction in the key prominent rice companies like KRB, LLT Foods, or Chamanlal Setia. In terms of moving on to the IPO corner, so again today three IPOs are opening. One is RBZ Jeweler, the second one is Happy Forging, and third is Credo Brand, which is the owner of Mufti. So one can apply for all these three IPO for listing gain as well as from a long-term perspective. Happy Forging is the company which we like very much among all these three IPO. The company is into the forging and machine components, and they have got an 18 to 20% of EBITDA margin. A very rare scenario where auto ancillary company makes a 20% EBITDA margin. A very rock solid balance sheet, a very good expansion plan in place, so one can keep this stock in a long term portfolio also. Credo Brand, which is the owner of Mufti, so they if the issue size is of 550 crore, entire offer for sale, and this brand has done pretty well during the last 2 to 3 years, and one can keep this stock also in medium to long term portfolio. RBZ Jeweler, a small company, 100 crore issue size. They are mainly into the wholesale job work for the leading player. Recently, they have forayed into the retail market by opening a showroom in Gujarat market. A small size issue, 100 crore issue, 400 crore market cap, post issue market cap. So one can look apply for this company also for a listing gain. Today, day two for Motisan Jeweler, Muthoot Microfinance, and Suraj Real Estate. So we have recommended avoid rating on Suraj Real Estate as far as IPO is concerned. We would like to review the performance of the company post listing, and then we can take call on this company. Muthoot Microfinance, Fin and Motisan Jeweler, we have already shared a detailed note on the same with you all on Telegram channel as well as on SBI Securities website. Sorry. Moving on to the insider trade. So yesterday we have seen buying from Usha Martin promoter through open market to the tune of 1.2 lakh shares, as well as we have seen selling from the promoters of Ultramarine Pigment and Deccan Gold Mine. Overall, if I have to sum up today's discussion, what I feel is that today the global cues are neutral with a positive bias. However, we may see consolidation as far as Nifty and Sensex is concerned. However, stock specific action may continue. Mid cap, small cap may see some profit booking, as we have seen a healthy rally during the last 6 to 9 months, and hence it's a buy on deep market. So don't go overboard just by looking at the exuberance which is going on in the market. So better to keep some dry powder and deploy the fund on deeps. That should be the strategy. Only one word of caution: yesterday government has announced that all the states need to be prepared for COVID cases. However, nothing alarming as such, but looking at a historical experience, we all know how COVID has impacted the entire economy. However, it will take we need to track this development on day-to-day basis, and maybe after 15 to 30 days we may get a clarity on this. In case there is no severe hospitalization because of this COVID, the impact will be very negligible, and one can ignore the news at that point of time. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.